We've got a really busy 3 or 4 days coming up. We've got to get fly mops out today on all the mineral feeders. And then we've got to haul hay for probably 2 or 3 days. So let's get to work. I'm about a week behind on putting out fly mops. The pour-on dewormer that I put on the cows and calves when we work cattle usually keeps, even though it works on internal parasites, it keeps the flies off of them for about 30 days. And it's been about 40 days now since we worked cattle. So I'm about 10 days behind getting fly mops out. Last winter when we had the hogs in here and we fed them a bunch of pumpkins after Halloween and Thanksgiving, and we dumped their manure outside the building. Well, these pumpkin plants sprouted up this spring. And the cows have access to this pumpkin plant, and I can't believe that they haven't eaten and gotten in and spoiled these pumpkins yet. And there's another green pumpkin. We're going to have all sorts of pumpkins this year. Put those stakes in there to try to keep the cows from pushing it around. They get rough with it and pull them out of the ground sometimes and got to put them back. Rebar works better, but I didn't have enough to do for both. They are completely out of mineral, aren't they? Well, I like these because it keeps the face flies off the cows. It doesn't do much for the cows on their back, but it's the face flies that cause the spread of pink eye once you get it in your herd. This keeps the face flies off. These are last year's mops, and usually when they set all winter and they're oily, they tend to rot. So I'll probably have to replace these. The cows will rip them out here just in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but I'll at least get a little bit of use out of them before I put on new mops for this summer. The first fill of the season, I have to get it super full so it starts coming out these holes in the orange tube and saturate the fly mop. Once they're saturated, it doesn't take nearly as much to fill them after that. Okay, we're going to go check cows again. I was missing a couple there this morning. I've had 3 calves in the last 2 days. Here it is, the middle of June. Shouldn't be having that, but I'd rather have late calves than no calves at all. There's the new little baby that was born yesterday. These 2 little calves here were born a couple of weeks ago, so they're also late calves. This red cow with the black stripe over her back, she's also getting really close to calving right now. Cows are all scattered down here, so I didn't get a good count, but I don't see anything in distress, so we're going to assume they're all okay. Since I just use this hay trailer 3 or 4 days a year, I always have to get her greased up before we use it for the first time. Figure out where all the other grease zerts are. Got to get the WD-40 over the winter time. These rails that you slide the bale on rust up a little bit, and it's hard to scoot the bales on. And so I've always, before the first day I use it, I've got to oil these runners down with WD-40. Pam will work too, I've found. This pivot point that had no grease zert, I always like to shoot a bunch of WD-40 down it to make it operate a little more smoothly. Been a while since we've used it, so I need to check the tires. Feels all right, but since it's been a year, I better check it with a gauge. Yep, 50. 50. All four in good shape. I'm going to put that bale on the rear of my little tractor first. Helps with traction before I start loading it with the front end loader. I'll leave that bale on the rear until I get all but one bale loaded. I'll now drop the bale off the rear and load it on the very end of the trailer. I do that each time because if I had a bale on the back the whole time I'm loading bales, I'd just wallow out a big hole in the middle the way it vibrates. These flipper trailers are great. You just take this arm. Once I pull it back, it's going to flip automatically. Once you've dumped the bales, you have to reset it, and that's real easy to do too. Go down, bring the arm back over, and you're ready for the next load. It's always a great feeling when I get all the hay hauled in from the fields and stacked in the bale yard ready for winter. So let's call it a day.